Good morning, world. It is a beautiful 34 degrees on Monday, the 21st of March, 2022. And we're looking at a gorgeous sunrise this morning. It's supposed to warm up to about the mid 40s today, so maybe today I can finally get some farming done on the farm. Yeah. Some time ago, a friend of mine asked me, "Dave, why aren't you flying the American flag?" And I thought about it for a while, and he asked me if I was ashamed of our federal government and whatnot. Well, it isn't just one party, it's the whole damn thing. But the real reason behind it was that hook is about wore out that hangs on to one end of the flag. So now that the weather's a little nicer, I'm going to change that out and we'll put the flag up. That wear right here at the top of that loop, yeah, there you can kind of see it. You know, those little fingers that opened up to grab a hold of the flag in that eyelet are just about wore through. In fact, I had one set of these already wear through and drop the flag. That new hook is on there, a replacement hook for the one that was on it. And the flag's going up for the first time this year. Yeah. All the way up to the top. So, flag's up. We're open. So, if you want to stop in and say hi, if you see the flag up, go right ahead, stop in. See you after a bit. There's the Old Glory up and waving. So what do you get when you cross a rhino with the devil? Give up? Hell if I know. Yeah. The next thing up on my to-do list for today is to get rid of these kochia weeds, aka tumbleweeds. These things spread their seeds by rolling across the landscape, as you see in all the old westerns. One of the other projects that I would like to do today before I get to the field is replace these brake and clutch pedal pads. I've got the pads, but I want to clean up these pedal arms and whatnot here and get the dirt and grime off them, give them a quick coat of paint just to kind of clean them up a bit. So we're going to use the drill to get rid of all the dirt and buildup and stuff that's on them. Let's see, put that in high gear. There we go. Going to knock down the rust a little bit. Yeah, and there's all the dirt. Okay, I'll get some spray paint, touch up them and the arm there, and yeah, we're gonna let that dry while I'm out in the field goofing off. Then we'll put the pads on. Like I said, this isn't a perfect job, it's just kind of cleaning them up a bit. I just noticed Ford employees must not have known what that pedal was for, because they wrote "man trans" on it for manual transmission. So yeah, how about that? Let's see. I know I'm not doing anything with it, but I might as well hit the emergency brake hardware while I'm at it. Yeah. I'll kind of clean that up a little bit too. I know, some of you are going to say, why are you working on an old Ford? Well, you know what? It's what I got. I like the old girl, so that's what we're going to use and keep on running around here. It's this old farm truck. So While I got parts and pieces apart, that's what we're going to do. Clean them up and keep the old girl on the road and running. A spot right there I should have cleaned a little better, but you know what, that's all right. Now we'll let that dry overnight, and yeah, tomorrow we'll put the pads on it. You might ask what on earth I was doing to get all this started. Well, let me show you. What I was doing was I was taking the dash off up here on the top because it was all cracked and nasty and broken. In fact, let me bring you over here on top of the radio speaker. Yeah, it's not mice droppings, that's ground up bits of that foam dash pad that had all the little holes in it for the speaker and the sound to come through. What I was really doing though, is I was trying to get in here behind this to change the light bulbs so I could see the gauges in the dark because they just don't light up. The fuel is on. We're out of gear. Give her some throttle. Pull out the choke, and let's see what the old girl does today. Well, I don't know about you, but that wasn't too bad for the first try after sitting for a few months. Let her sit here and warm up a bit before I go and do anything. Here's a little something I wanted to show you all. That is one of the corn stalks from the bottom end of one of my fields from last year when we had the drought here in Idaho. Even though I have a corrugated and irrigated farm, I couldn't get enough water on the place to get all the way to the bottom end of the fields. And this is one of the corn stalks from the bottom end of the field. It had the tassels up here. Those are gone now that it's spring. And one little baby kernel of corn. That was it. Totally undeveloped. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be disking up today is some of this stuff that's left over from last year. There's the Super M already hooked up to the disc. I hooked onto that and drug it up here so I could get the camera and picked it up and whatnot. I haven't done anything in the field as yet, so let's get to it. You know, we're going to try out clamped onto the front of my hat there. Okay, now start the old girl up. There we go. I don't know how long you'll all stay up there, but we're going to give it a whirl. What I'm doing is we're looking at getting rid of all that green stuff that's coming up. That's mostly weeds in this particular field and grasses that we don't want. I'm overlapping about half of what I've already worked around the perimeter of the field just to help break up the weeds and get them buried and get rid of some of those gopher mounds that we just went past. Little rotten buggers are even out here digging. Yeah. I really wish GoPros had a better zoom camera. I'm looking right at the South Mountains there. I don't know if you can see them right on the edge of the horizon. From what I'm seeing in the GoPro lens, they look like a little hairline stripe. optical illusion today. They're a little bigger than they appear to be, but there's still snow up there on top of those peaks. It may be spring now, but we still have a while to go before we start putting stuff in the ground. I'm looking at a forecast next week. They're talking maybe in the 60s, low 70s. Well, that's fine and dandy, but then we're going to end up with a bunch of more weeks of cold weather and rain and wind. So, yeah, whatever we can get out and get something done in the field, that's what we're going to do. So, I'm back at it. Yeah. Do you know that if we ate our vegetables instead of electing them, we wouldn't be having shortages and high prices right now? Yeah. Well, that little project is done and looks a lot better. I've got the new rubber pedal pads installed, got that and cleaned up. Need to do that one yet, probably, the emergency brake, but yeah, cleaned up and looking a lot better. Well, that's going to wrap up this video for today. Tomorrow I go in for my CT scan and cardiopulmonary stress test and all that kind of fun thing, so we'll see how that goes. I may not have another video out this week, may or may not. Depends on weather, if they kill me or not at the doctor's office or whatever. So anyway, stay tuned, and don't forget right down there on the bottom there corner there to click on the red thing that says subscribe on it. And the bell icon right next to that, click on the word all after you click on the bell. That way you get notified every time I come up with something new to show you around the old farmstead here. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, or leave a comment in the comment section. And let me know what you think, and we'll do our best to accommodate. But I will try to keep you up to date on what's going on with me health-wise. And we're gearing up to get going with our summer and spring seasons here at the farm. Spring is going to be coming, well, it's here already. The calendar season is. The canal company is going to be turning down water, I believe, on the 25th of April, so about another month yet, and we'll be irrigating around here. So between now and then, got a lot of work to do to get ready for getting water and getting the place cleaned up. So if you like old tractors and old equipment, be sure to stay tuned. I'm Farmer Dave. We'll catch up with you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.